Pleasant good afternoon to you wherever it is you're watching us from. This is Spoon TV coming to you live from the legislature just outside of the Senate wing, where the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Pankun, has been in a very long meeting with major petroleum importers. Remember, on the 26th of January, the national orator spoke to the issue of price increase in the country, the hardship, and said that hungry Liberians cannot wait for macroeconomic activities and policies. And the president, responding, established the ad hoc committee on price stabilization, with Vice President Kuhn heading that particular committee. So far, this is the third meeting of this process. The vice president met with rice importers during the first meeting. He also met with retailers as well as wholesalers. And today he's meeting with the petroleum importers, where this meeting has been ongoing for hours. We do see the LPRC Managing Director, Amos Twe, is just right there. And we do see other major stakeholders are leaving where the meeting was being held. There you see Amos Twe of the LPRC and other major petroleum importers. The vice president is, once he gets out of this meeting area, we are definitely going to seek to have a conversation with him concerning the progress of these meetings, what has been preliminary findings as well. And it's day number 27 since the vice president was appointed by President Boyka, or named as the head of the ad hoc price stabilization committee. Vice president, once he steps out of this meeting venue. Spoon TV Live. My name is Diamond Slanger. We're live here from the legislature. The door again is being closed, and we will remain posted, waiting for the vice president to come out. So it's 27 days since President Boyka made that pronouncement. The vice president headed the committee. We've been told, ranging from building material to flour to fuel, of the high prices as well in the country, as to what has been the preliminary findings, what has been the, there we see Amos Twe of the LPRC is also forming part of this meeting, and we're waiting for the vice president and those who were attendees of this meeting, some of whom we've seen have already left this place, to give us the latest update surrounding what is unfolding. Liberians are equally eager to know what progresses have been made and how the reduction in prices is going to affect the daily lives of Liberians, as to what solutions will be proffered and how soon these solutions will take effect as well. Vice President Kuhn has headed a number of committees, including that of the yellow machine, where he successfully negotiated, along with his colleagues, the price from somewhere around 84 million United States dollars to 22 million. The vice president was also in charge of the energy committee to investigate the issue of price, that is the power outages in our country, and how to make the power stable year in Liberia. So we remain posted right here. As I said, this is day 27. That pronouncement and announced Vice President Kuhn, who he referred to as a trusted person, someone that he can trust to execute as well as to the outcome and progresses. We are here to ask those questions, and as to when solutions are found and how will those solutions be implemented. Liberians are equally interested in that as well. President Boyka, speaking during the independence, said, look, prices are high in the country, building materials, flour, the issue of petroleum, rice. These are commodities that drives the country. So we want to see if we can. Honorable Twe, can we speak to you for a minute, sir, if you don't mind? So we want to see if we can have a few words of the LPRCMD. Good afternoon to you, sir. What was the progress or progresses made in that particular meeting that you've been in for hours, sir?
Well, the focus is the sector, is petroleum products, the prices, how we do the regulation and how they are fair, and of course, how we're also seeking the interest of the investor in the sector. So we have a couple of deliberations. We did not end there because it's very important. Hopefully by tomorrow or the after, we're going to be calling a particular stakeholder meeting to discuss some of the concerns that they have and the reform measures we're taking to ensure fair price, fair competition, and market stability as well. So it has not ended. This is just preliminary conversation we're having, and the vice president is doing extremely well to make sure that all the different stakeholders in the different sectors are brought up to speed about what the government wants to achieve and how the government can achieve that with that collective participation. So from the petroleum sector point of view, we're trying to, as much as possible, to make sure that all the different players, from the retailer to the distributor to importers, storage terminal owners, they're all brought up to speed with what the government hoping to achieve with regard to low pricing and fairness in pricing, fair competition. We want to make sure that the sector is properly sanitized.
But is there any harm in the future interest in particular with
No.
storage? No, the Liberia Senator, Madrid County Senator J. Manuel Nupo was a concern the last time, where they did an investigation that not the fair prices.
Well, they've been concerned about the price. There is a pricing structure that we have, on which you see all the different levies, the different surcharge, the road form, the sale tax, the import levy on petroleum products. So, for example, one of the concerns they had is storage fees, and they have indicated clearly that, which is true, that Liberia has one of the highest storage fees for petroleum products in the region, and even across the world, we have one of the highest. So, what we are doing is to try as much as possible to do adjustments consistent with industry practice. So, we're holding conversation with different stakeholders to make sure that they align with the recommendation from the Senate and what the executive branch, headed by His Excellency Joseph Mabwaka, wants to achieve in the sector.
Okay, so given that the vice president that we will talk to him later on, but this is as the result of a mandate given by the president mandating the vice president to do this, and now that you are here for a meeting, can we still do we expect any prospect from these
Huge
meetings?
prospect, huge prospect. They're certainly going to be. As a matter of fact, when immediately we imported petroleum product the first time in almost after 40 years, we, at the end of last month, we announced reduction in import price. We are hoping this month similar thing will be done, but the objective of the government is to make sure that there is market stability, that at the pump level, the citizens, the end users are not cheated. So we want to make sure from the entire value chain, the entire supply chain network, all the different players act in line with industrial practice and the objective of the government of Liberia to ensure reduction in pump price.
The unbundling of the
Thank you, sir.
downstream petroleum sector, particularly about you being a revenue in the player. How do you respond to that?
We've been able to make our imports with regard to some of those concerns. We have to be a little bit careful not to come up with knee-jerk policies that will affect the operations of the government. It's very important. This particular sector alone has about three different agencies. Three agencies. So you want to create another agency, fourth sector. We are able to discover oil in commercial quantity. So one of the policy positions of FPRC is that we are very much open to make sure that the sector is sanitized, that everyone plays their respective roles, but we should not do that at the detriment of our small budget envelope. Because by the time you create another institution, you have to create budget line to begin funding the operations of that particular institution. So we have to be a little bit careful. What FPRC is doing is consistent with the act that empower us to be the sole importer of petroleum products in the country. We're responsible for importation, for distribution, for storage, and for sale of petroleum products. That's what we're responsible for. So what we're doing now is all the products we're bringing, we are not in the retail market, but rather we're doing bulk distribution and all the different, some of the importers that are experiencing challenges with arranging LCs at the bank, they are serving as off-takers. This is intended to empower Liberian businesses that do not have the capacity to arrange millions at the bank. We are now serving as a buffer, providing that cushion for them to thrive, to capacitate them so that they can begin, to do what they need to do in the sector.
Thank you. Thank you. Amos Twe is the managing director of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, LPRC. And we are awaiting the vice president to also exit from the meeting venue so that we be able to have a conversation with him as well. So he has said it's a matter of urgency, but not to make knee-jerk policies as well. And the vice president, as we said, this is the third meeting of sector players. He spoke, he had a first meeting with rice importers, also retailers and wholesalers, and now having a meeting with petroleum importers. And we will be quizzing or having a conversation with Vice President Kuhn as to the progresses that are being made about these meetings and when will his committee provide his report to the president. Remember, he was given 40 days or so by the president, and now it's 27 days since the president announced the formation of the ad hoc committee on price stabilization in Liberia. That pronouncement made by the president, many said, yes, it was a fair assessment of the current situation in Liberia, that prices of commodities such as building materials that are used for the construction of homes and the rest. So we've been given that the vice president is going to exit. So we want to remain posted right here and see if we can speak to Vice President Kuhn about the progress of this meeting and the progress of this entire committee's investigation. So my name is Diamond Slanger. We're here just outside the Senate wing here at the legislature and waiting to have a conversation with the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. So we will await the Vice President to exit and see if we can have a conversation with him as well. So this is not the first meeting. We want to stress that. This is the third meeting between the vice president and players in the industries here in Liberia. So there he is, Vice President Kuhn exits, and we want to pleasant afternoon to you, Honorable Vice President. Diamond Slanger Spoon Network here.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good, Mr. Vice President. This is your third meeting with players in the various sectors here in Liberia. Today you're meeting with petroleum importers. It's an opportunity to have a question and answer session with you. What is the progress or progresses that have been made over these meetings? This is the 27th day since the president set up that committee.
So I will not be able to give you details because the details for the president. The president said it's committee, so he will have to. We are working for the president. But what I can say to you is the president announced this committee on the 26th of July. My office received the communication from him on the 15th of August, listing the various entities that should be involved with this. There are private people, there are different institutions. We have our first meeting on Wednesday. Because I received the letter on Monday, I was in Ghana. Remember the president sent me for funeral. And so I'm calling on Monday with their communication and media to all the stakeholders. We had our meeting. The meeting resulted to meeting the different entities responsible for different commodities, three or four in a daytime. And so today we started 10:30 a.m. We're dealing with rice, flour, and petroleum. So the rice people came in first. We dealt with them. We dealt with the sugar, the flour people, and we just concluded with the petroleum people. Monday is holiday. There's a communication going out now to APN terminal, to NPA. And there will also be a communication going out to those into eggs and frozen food and sugar. So these are the items we'll be looking at on Tuesday. So Tuesday we'll come here around 10:30 to take the frozen food people, the eggs people, sugar, and talk to APN terminal and out of Freeport, the Port of Monrovia, because there are a lot of complaining about high charges on APN terminal. Every month they charge, they increase their charges. We want to look at it because some of the commodities they are increasing charges on our political commodities. If you start increasing charges,
President, but what are some of those preliminary challenges these industry players are laying before you that is helping to increase prices in our country?
it would be premature for me to say that to you. It's for the president to say to the country. Unfortunately, I'm not the president, so I can say.
Okay. Anything you think that can be solved by the president immediately? Should Liberians be optimistic of this particular committee? So there you have the vice president said that, look, the report is for the president, but they've made progresses. He's been able to speak to importers of rice. In fact, he said it's been a full day of meetings. They started off since 10:30 a.m. this morning, and the time here in Liberia is 28 minutes to 4 p.m. And so we want to see if we can speak to those who were. Hello, sir. The media, if you care to speak to us for a minute.
Represented the Minister of Finance here. Tell us your impression so far. What have you guys been discussing so far? Speaking to the media, sir. Spoon okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. I think we have been a wonderful conversation with the private sector and major actors in our domestic market. So it was
What are some of the challenges these sector players have outlined? Okay. So those who are attending the meeting are a bit tight-lipped, but Vice President Kuhn has said Liberians should remain optimistic, and he made a clarity that the 45 days announced in the communication sent, the president did say 90 days, and is subject to extension. So it's not just 45 days, but Vice President Kuhn said even after the president made that pronouncement, he received the communication in his office on the 15th of August. So counting from the 15th and going forward, they've been able to hold meetings with rice importers, petroleum importers, wholesalers, flour, building materials, and the rest. He said they will be meeting with on Tuesday, and it is going to be a very rigorous process as well. As to how soon Liberians will get the results, he said, as they have these meetings and they come up with preliminary findings, he will keep informing the president through reports, and whatever measures the president can put in place will be instituted. That it is not just waiting for the 90 days to elapse, but as he's hosting sectorial meetings, whatever the findings are, whatever solutions will be sent to the president for his announcement and subsequent implementation. My name is Diamond Slanger on behalf of the Spoon Network here on Capitol Hill. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange. Sorry about that. I had to do some little adjustment. I'm sorry. Yo, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mawile. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange. I'm Amy, your co-host, your host, whatever. You want to call me? Welcome. Today is Friday, August 22nd. Yeah. So we're here this evening trying to do what we normally do, discuss Liberia, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But mostly it was we love the good, but sometimes we get bad news from there. So we have to talk about them. We have a lot of crazy people in the country. We have a lot of selfish people in the country who want it for themselves. We have patriotic people. We have all kinds of people in Liberia. So we have to talk about them too sometimes. It can be about one person all the time. So that's why the good and the bad, the ugly comes in. So thank you for being here tonight with us, with me right now until everybody else can come on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much. You can find us on Liberia Watch News. If you're watching the Nightly Exchange, but you're going to find us on Liberia Watch News on YouTube and Facebook. So please share the show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please comment. Please share. Interact with the channel. Please do that for us so we can grow it and to do a lot of things that we want to do with it. We anticipating your help. Let me say it like that. Yeah, we want your help. We want you to be here to help us out to do this. We cannot do it on our own. Since you're not coming up here, you're still shy to come up here. Matter of fact, let me put the link in the comment section. Like I told you, I was gonna be doing all the time for a little bit. So anytime then I'll stop. If you want to come on and have these discussions with us, please join us. Please do that. Don't be shy. If you don't want to, just join us and comment, share, and we'll be here to do the rest. Okay? And when we put the numbers up, call in and give us your view on the topic under this discussion. Yeah. So today, it's a lot going on. Well, should I say a lot? A little bit. I don't really be seeing it busy, but few things has been happening concerning the drugs issue, which I told you we're going to be highlighting it every day because that is one of the most important thing in our country right now that we are trying to fight, right? Saying no to drugs. So every time we see the exercise, every day we'll come here and point some out and show you some videos and other things that are happening too, because it is all of our worries about drugs in the country, and we want it, we want the government and the citizens as well to do their best to kind of minimize the amount of drugs we're seeing right now in the country. It's sad, and the death and all of that, overdose and all of that. So we will be highlighting that every day. And like I said, we will come here. We have a topic list that, well, not topic, but let's say like, how do I put it? Like a schedule, we're going to try not to do politics every day on here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have like social and sometimes have like, fun night and ladies night or something like that. We're working on it, but we'll let you know. But for now, we're still on the social, the politics side of it, or talking. You can't talk about anything in Liberia without politics, right? So it makes it look like we're always talking politics. So yeah, some of us we're not politicians, but Liberia had turned out into one, because when you talk about every topic, every subject you talk about in Liberia, the politics is wrapped around it, and you got to say something about it. So we're gonna try and try to, some days talk about something different, because not everybody like hearing politics from Monday to Sunday. I I don't think that's everybody cup of tea, but we're still fighting. That's why we need you to watch the share, comment, engage with us. This is all of our community. We need you to engage with us and come on if you can. If you cannot, please engage with us in the comment section and let's talk about, let's communicate. Sometimes we highlight your comments as well, you know. And if we're saying something here, you see that we have some, because we don't know it all. We're just coming here giving our analysis and things, right? And if sometimes we have a slip of tongue. And if you know what we're saying is not, you think something is not right, just comment in the comment section and we will highlight it on the show. We do that a lot. So yeah, thank you all. You who are commenting, thank you. The ones who are not commenting, who I cannot see, I also appreciate you for doing this, for coming with us, for being here every night with us. And this is the Late Night Spoon crew that over here from, because I think you guys noticed that we have not been doing this show on Spoon for a while now. So we kind of on here. We were supposed to be doing it Friday to Saturday on the air. But yeah, some things we'll get to that. But right now we're still on here from Monday to Saturday for now until we get that whole Friday to Saturday schedule straightened out. So if you usually watch this Spoon Late Night from the election till now, you know all of us who comes on here. You know us all. We got that's the whole crew that on this side. It's the same old show, it's just different platform. So we need you to come and show us some love like you did on the other side. We'll appreciate it. And we will appreciate it, and it'll be great that you do that for us to come in and give you more of Liberia. So I'm waiting for Tatas. What are you doing in the comment section? I'm waiting for these guys to come on before we start the discussion. But we got about, I think we're going to talk about the CDC headquarters today. I, for one, got sick and tired of talking about this one headquarter eviction. I didn't want to talk about it on here anymore because I just feel like it's ongoing stuff. But from what I'm seeing tonight and what I'm hearing, I think it's important that we talk about it, because these are the things that we're trying to highlight in our country. These are some of the ugly things that I'm always talking about, the good, the bad, and the ugly. These are some of the ugly things that's happening in the country, and we have to highlight it and talk about it and let our people know how bad these things are. So we'll be talking about that tonight, and then we'll be talking about the ban, this shisha or whatever they call it, but I call it hookah. Is it shisha or shisha? Forgive me. Banned in Liberia. We'll be talking about that as well. And we'll be talking about that by the health ministry, Minister of Health. And we might be talking about I want us to talk about something with the president visit to Japan as well. But we'll see how far we'll go with these two topics first, because usually when everybody come on, they want to talk about, they want to have a long conversation, and we don't have time to talk about all these topics. But these are the things we are planning to talk about tonight. And I hope we have a fruitful conversation. And you will be engaging with us too while we're having these conversations, right? Talking about it. And you give your point on what are you seeing happening in the country concerning the drugs. Some people are excited about it, believe it or not, just because they feel like it makes a government look bad, which is sad, because the government that you're trying to make look bad is not the one suffering, it's the innocent people. That's why I get angry when I hear people saying stuff like that. And you want somebody to fail, or you're doing everything to make the government look bad. But guess what? Joseph Boakai is not feeling it. His children are not feeling it. Guess what? Jeremiah Cohn's children are not feeling it. Those ministers and lawmakers, that children are not feeling it. It's the innocent or regular people in Liberia. They are the ones feeling the pinch of it. So that's the thing that I don't get. when people are saying stuff like that or doing stuff like that. It baffles me a lot that people claim, people open their mouth and say, I love. And I always tell people, I say, you saying I love doesn't mean you do. Another person can say they love Liberia. Somebody from here or from another country can say they love Liberia. What would make that person stand out, or what would make me stand out from or separate me from that person is what I do in Liberia. Because I'm a Liberian, what I would do for Liberia, it would be different from what somebody else from Barbados or from Jamaica that said, and I just opened my mouth and said, I love Liberia would do. Our actions about Liberia will make people to know who love Liberia, not because we just saying it. So that's what these people do. They come on shows, they come on platforms and say they love the country. But the things they do, the things they encourage to happen to the country, it shows nothing that they love the country or they love anything. So it's sad. It's sad. And I hope, the way the internet, the world has, opened up, the internet is more, something now. I really hope and pray that the Liberians will start to see these things and see these people for who they are. It kind of, see through them. That they're just fighting to go to have political seats and occupy those offices, but do they truly love Liberia? Absolutely not. Because if you love your country, you want to see it do well every time, whether you're there or not. Regardless of who's there, you want the country to do better. Because even if the country not doing better and you come there, or God forbid you come back, it's going to be bad for you. You will not have a free ride because the way you left it, if the other person can not do anything, it's going to be a disaster. So I don't understand the concept on that, But anyway, welcome to the show, Toure. Thank you for being here tonight, co-host.
My pleasure. Pleasure always. Always great to be back with our people, our listeners. Yeah, in the United States and around the world. Always, enjoy being on. What's up with you? How you doing? Looking all, like Megan to all.
Okay.
Megan to all. The viewers and the listener know exactly what I'm talking about. You look fantabulous.
Okay, I'll take it as a new word from the
yes.
From the Sakimochi, so I would say for the good English speaking country.
But from a good English perspective, that anyone will come on with people consider you.
Everybody will put it in the Liberia dictionary.
Because we speak beautiful English.
Absolutely, yeah. So Toure, I was telling the people tonight about us wanting to, got over the whole CDC headquarters thing, but from some things that I'm seeing tonight, I think we should talk about it. And we're gonna talk about the C-shot. How do you call that thing again? Why can't I say it right? C-shot or C-shot? What is it? C-shot or C-shot?
C-shot, yes, C-shot.
C-shot.
I think overthinking it. That's what it is.
C-shot, she-shot, something shot. Okay. How about this? Hookah. About the hookah band.
Yeah, just call it like that. Either way. You know how Liberian people got name for everything.
Right.
They don't want to take everything from its original,
Yeah, how do they get to that C-shot name though? Well, I guess you don't know. That's another topic for another day. But anyway, we'll talk about. Let me see. I'm trying to put it up here. Ministry of Health. Let me see.
Up in there, I get susu, man.
But first of all, Tourette, let's hear what's on your mind first. Let's do that.
I just want to be happy. Happy, oh, happy. Oh.
We all
Look,
do.
I mean, look. I'm telling you, man, what's on my mind is the salary of these lawmakers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if you look across Africa, you will be absolutely disgusted to consider Liberian on ground that these mother, you know what, the money they make. I mean, look, compare that to Sierra Leone. Do you know how much lawmaker make in Sierra Leone?
No.
A month?
No.
$1,225.
That's it? $1,225?
$25.
Wow.
If they're getting any benefit, I don't know about that, but what you can Google on your phone right now.
Well, the fact that even if they're getting benefits to rate, the fact that they're making 1,002, that's fair.
Google it. Just Google it. I stand to be corrected. You know, we have very smart people in the audience, our listeners. They are very smart people. You start dropping your comment in down. How much lawmaker make in Sierra Leone? How much lawmaker make in Kenya? Kenya is almost like 700 and change.
So what? So why do Liberians lawmakers think that they,
you know what I mean?
On a continent like that? But go ahead, finish your thought.
I don't know what it is, but that was on my mind. You know, yesterday I ended my conversation on that, and today, throughout even I worked it out, just I did some research, and I was like, this can be happening. This is absolutely laughable. It can't make any sense to any rational thinking person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That our Speaker of the House makes more money than America Speaker of the House. It don't make sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. No any rationality that you can draw to justify the kind of money they guys making in reference
money and benefits.
And referencing that to the status code of all of our social fabrics, all of our social institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Stuff that's supposed to enhance our well-being, our social our social curiosity, right? Look at the educational sector, bad. Look at security, bad. Look at education, bad. Look at social welfare, bad. Look at human capacity development, non-existent. Look at, everything bad. Everything. Look, the sanitary condition is bad. You don't have, anything that can enhance the social well-being of your citizen. All the infrastructures are bad. Then how can you justify the kind of salary these guys taking? Holding all of these things constant. It is a rip-off. Like I said, there is no more morality. There's no legislation for morality, right? Either you're born with it or you don't have it at all, or you inherit it from your mom or your dad. But society will have to instill that in you. So I'm saying now we can do all the protests and all of that stuff. But the next protest in Liberia that I'm calling for is to actually say no to high wages and benefits in our country.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the protest that people should be preparing, gearing for. It is bad. It is absolutely bad. These guys cannot be getting that money. Now, the reason why you see lawmakers, they are so emboldened now that they don't want building bridges, that they want building roads, that they want, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the stuff that other institutions supposed to do in the country, lawmakers, they are taking over these things. Like, what happened to public works? Lawmakers doing all the things that you can call about go build something, you know,
Of course,
Lincoln Bridge, an absolute haphazard in a community just because because these guys get so much money, they can challenge the state now. They got at one point Sir Joseph had the entire MTA bank rolling because the man public transportation were even powerful more than the Moravian Transport Authority. You know, why should the lawmaker be so emboldened with so much money, so much funds to be able to challenge government institutions because the money they get paid? And that in itself is a problem. So until we can change that, Liberia will continue to swim in despair. Liberia will continue to swim in self-sabotage. Because that's what it is. Back to you, Amy. That's on my mind.
Yeah, that's on my mind too. But I think that not just reducing their pay and benefits. I mean, they can have their benefits, right? But the thing about it is that if you're getting like $3,000 for gas or 3,000 gallons of gas, why do you need that amount of gas?
And you know, every year.
So every month. They need to cut it down to like, few.
No gas at all. No gas at all. People should be able to live within their means. You get a salary. I mean, we all get paid, right? You live within what you have. You go buy your own grocery. Nobody should go buy a grocery for you. You go buy your own gas and put in your generator. That's it. These guys should not be living more than we that putting them in power. I mean, obviously, I digress a little bit. They can live to a certain standard, right?
Yeah,
but it can be in absolute opulence. It can be, like.
So that's what I said, to cut it down, because either way, they are government officials. They will have some kind of leverage, right? But it shouldn't be like 1,000 times over the people that, elected you to serve them, because that's what it is now. The percentage is just not mathing. It's just like, I don't know, I'm going to say 2,000 or 3,000 times better than the people that percent. You cannot do that. You have to, that 3,000, they got to cut it down to, if that 100 gallon, that is enough. That 290, what in gallon, 99, that's a lot of money that they can put somewhere else. 150 gallon, that, and people like who going out of there. I mean, all those people are living in Monrovia anyway. So many times they can go in accountants, and all of them lives in Monrovia. They just go in accounting and once in a while. They need to cut all those things down after doing their salary, and they need to stop paying. We need to stop paying for these people, all domestic workers. Why are we paying for workers in their homes, Toure? Then what are they using their pay for? Why should the government be paying for their employees in their homes? If they're the employee in your office, I can get that. I get that, right? That is the job. It's been done.
You get their trash cars.
Yeah. Why are we paying for your cook? Why are we paying for the men who wash your clothes, or women who wash your clothes, who putting the gas in the generator? That is not. Liberia is not up there for that yet. And Liberia being one of the, should I say poor? Yeah, let's say poor, because the money we had.
I think it's third or fourth poorest country in the world.
Right. So why are we living like we one of the richest people? Not we. Why are our lawmakers or our government officials living like that? while the people are way in the dust, in the dirt.
Do you know how much Germany pay our lawmakers?
Mm-mm.
$4,000.
Germany lawmakers get paid $4,000.
$4,000.
And Liberia's lawmakers get paid what, 15,000 or 10,000.
$15,000.
These are the people who go beg for money. These are the people who go ask to come and help us with things. It's not even adding up. I mean, shouldn't just sit and just look at a picture how it looks? It's not looking good. But like I said, unless that constitution they can revisit it, people don't have any shame. And with that, we talking about it, and you have some people saying they need more money, they need that salary to be added on. So these people have no shame to their game, Toure. So
if you Google right now, Google right now countries that pay lawmakers higher wages.
Liberia number one.
Liberia probably be top. If not Liberia number one, probably be like close number two.
Countries in Africa or country that
in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a serious thing. They need to really, do something about that. And the money would do something. But my thing is, when Senator Dillon was talking about this thing, I think when people are supposed to jump on it and just forget the politics of it all were playing out.
But Dillon has to stop talking about it. I mean, you can't give on that kind of thing. Like Dillon made that thing the center of his campaign.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't give up on it. Because like that's something like you should talk about it for as long as you dare. You can't give on those kind of things. Because if you really think that that's some of the problem that we have, we should call Dillon Mayor to understand that was some of the major problem.
Yeah, we didn't even know how much they made before, right?
Yeah, obviously, right? Obviously, they look at it, but sometimes people get complacent. You know what I mean? I think Dillon gotten comfortable too. Because the man got 9 years now, you don't have to worry about re-election.
I think that's unfair.
I mean, you can say your own, but let me say my own. I think Dillon gotten comfortable.
You remind me of Wayne.
Morris. Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, I know. You sit on the platform, you listen to other people, and you can start picking one or two things at least from what they usually say. Yeah, Amy, yeah, let me talk my own way. When you talk, you can tell me. Yeah. So I think and Dillon are my man, right? I am Dillon with close for real. But you see, I mean, for me, my friendship, at least people that matter of fact, people that I like the most are the people that I really hit on the most, right? Because I feel like that's just who I am. I truly believe if you know better, you should do better. That problem is these damn lawmakers, man. These son of mine, you know what? They get paid
that
so
Constitution
much money,
and that
right? They get paid so much damn money. And for me, I just look at what they do, though. Like, what? Like, it always comes to terms with the fact that, so they get there to implement laws and oversight and all of that crap. Is that all it?
You're not implementing it.
Some of these guys should be teaching. Some of these guys should be on some pro bono stuff. Go teach some kind of high school at least twice a week. Or do something, man, to justify the money getting paid. Like contribute to society some way, somehow. Like people can be paying call back kind of money for you to go have your own press conference, cost mine and go back there.
And the street hugging people as his job.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like there should be more to lawmaker than that.
My supporter didn't love me.
Golly, man. I mean, I get mad every time. I mean, for real. Like, it's not about getting paid money, right? But I'm just talking about, can you be able to justify what you're getting paid for? Like, are you doing what you're really getting paid for? Are you representing the people? Are you really representing their best interest? Are we doing that, Amy? Do you see our lawmaker doing that? Because if you're representing any people in their best interest, then they should not have problem with not having fuel in a generator at their local hospitals, right? They should not like that's what we talk about representation. You're representing the people's interest. You're making sure Their children got benches in their classrooms. They got quality teachers. When you do that for poor people, they don't need handout from you. But can you secure that their children are going to have a better future? Can you do that for them? That's the only thing. The women that are selling okra and better bun in the market, they really don't care. They just want their children and grandchildren to have a decent education, where in their old age, those children will be able to at least be there for them. That's the only the open are looking for.
Yeah.
But if you cannot help them secure that feature is already been ruined, right? Now you can secure the next generation for them. Then look at the open. That's why somebody open and die of frustration. It is sad. I mean, it is really, really sad. Liberal problem is not only hardship. Liberal problem is spiritual, it's economical, it's political.
It's
all
everything.
All these things the orator are talking about, I truly believe it. Some of these things are spiritual.
Well, we've been talking about it here. When you talk about God business, people want to know, they want to behave like they're so much educated now. They don't believe in God. Oh, they're too smart now. And not knowing that you're not smart because you know it all. Guess what? There was some old man in the dark praying for you years back.
I tell you,
those prayers are manifesting now through you. It's not because you know it all. I'm too smart and all of that. No. God gave us wisdom. He gave us all of those things then, but he told us to not just lean on those things, to that rely on us and like, oh, you're giving us, so we don't need you anymore, God. Go sit down somewhere. No. He said in everything you should acknowledge him. And I'm pretty sure the Quran's talking about that too. You can just throw God aside and say, oh, no. I'm too smart now. God, give me 5 senses or 10 senses. I know it all. So I don't need God. I don't need to do this. Some of these things are spiritual. And we, like it or not, we are Africans.
Yep.
We cannot get away from that. That's our DNA. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're at and you see people doing stuff, that is not your culture. We are in when you talk about praying, calling God names, something, oh, we don't need prayer. We need to do that one yet. We don't need big deal one in there. All the smart people can come up and be saying whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, you can have all the smart people in the room. If you're not, God is not into something, I'm sorry. But anyway, welcome, Tatus. How are you? Tatus, are you with us?
Meet yourself, Tatos.
Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
It is good. Yeah, it is good to be here today again to discuss the national issue affecting our country.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good. How is Liberia doing? How is the city? You're there on the ground. We just wanted to know what's going on because we're hearing some news, some noise. How far are you from the CDC headquarters?
Bless God for everything. You know, the politics is getting very interesting on the daily basis. The CDC headquarters tomorrow, let's see, today now, because it's almost about 2 minutes to 2. Today, CDC, they will be taking CDC by thunder, by fire, by force. Under no condition that CDC will be there today. Despite their chairman, the acting chairman of the CDC, Congress for Democratic Change, Jangako Bangalo. Jangako, not Bangalo, but Jangako. He said any damage that will be caused there tomorrow. I don't know the government will be responsible, whether the police will be responsible, but you know.
Why would a damage be caused when they just going in there to ask you to leave, like the court order?
No, but the point there is a freedom of speech. I can say, hey, you can say Tatos, leave the place. I can say, I'm not leaving. It's a freedom of speech. But we watch to see what next tomorrow.
You there?
I'm there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's Ray? Ray just up here. So we wanted to talk about this. Oh God, the hookah shisha ban in Liberia by the Ministry of Health today. Not today, but when?
Yesterday. Yeah,
Yes.
yesterday. We
So
just,
let me be a little bit on there.
on Thursday.
The Ministry of Health announces the intensify enforcement of part 5, chapter 41 of the Public Health Law, control of narcotic drugs, which strictly prohibits the possession, sale, or distribution of prescriptive or non-prescriptive drugs for wholesale or manufacturing without a permit issued by the Liberian Pharmacy Board and approved by Ministry of Health. In response to the escalating drug epidemic and national public health emergency, the Ministry of Health has declared a moratorium effective August 22nd. That's today. Oh, that was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, okay. On the sale of distribution of Tramando and she shot across Liberia. Which one is the Tramando?
I don't
So
know that. I don't know about Shisha.
directive under the moratorium Tramando, whatever that is. Is that another drug? Use is strictly limited to all licensed hospitals setting under professional medical supervision. Shisha is completely banned in both public and private facilities, including bars, drinking spots, and homes, etc. Violation of this directive will face immediate penalties, including arrest, license revocation, and product seizure. Why this action is urgent? Tramando is synthetic opioid. Oh, okay, that's what this is. Okay, 1 second. Let me make this bigger. Let me enlarge it. I'm sorry. Yeah, check that in there. Okay. Oh, it's again. I can make this thing bigger. You restricted limited to license and okay. C shot is something okay, we already C shot is completed ban. We already read that violation of the directive will be licensed. The reason for this is that OBR has become the most widely abused drug in Liberia. Okay, Teresa, so there you have it. Feeling addiction, violation, mental health decline, the social instability. Shisha, often perceived as harmless, contains dangerously high level of nicotine and
Now, drugs.
carcinogens, placing Liberia youth at extreme risk of cancer, Tourette, heart disease, and lifelong addiction. The abuse of substances is destroying families, destabilizing communities, and threatening the future of Liberia youth. So, Tourette, did you get this? You want me to send it to you?
Reading that from the comment section.
Because I remember that.
Did somebody send that to you directly or the comment?
No, this was on this funds are very little though. Just give me how to, but it was on on the internet. I refuse to wear glasses. I'm not gonna do it. But let me send this to you so you can see it.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not look. The health ministry will have to come up with their funding as to why this is.
They just told you.
Who
They
is that?
They're saying here why they banning these things? What it include? I know you and I were talking about the C-shot today. That is harmless, which they're saying here, but
Well, I did not say it's harmless, though, Amy. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was harmless. Look, all these things have side effects, right? Even the hookah people smoke here. You know what I mean? Like it do have some. I mean, there are a lot of people now kidney problem, right? A lot of people lung.
And they're talking about cancer in this C-shot thing.
Yeah. There are so many. I'm not saying like it's harmless. At the end of the day, I'm looking at this one, right? Any society, conscious people, grown people should be able to make the decision. My problem with the health ministry, right? Grown people, grown-ups. I don't like the fact that I've been to clubs in Liberia, I've been to nightclubs in Liberia, and I see some people there. You know what I mean? The fact that they don't even ask for ID card, right? To identify whether you are underage, that in itself is a problem.
Yeah.
Should the health ministry do something about that, right? Underage drinking is very
prevalent and all of that,
in our Liberian society, right? Like liquor, anybody can go buy liquor. Can we have the age limit? Like you have to be 21 to go to the store and buy it.
I think
if your parents buy it and take it home, and you happen to go grab a bottle and drink it, that's on your parents for being, you know what I mean? You know, so I'm looking at these things, but Amy, we cannot in any way legislate what grown people do to their body. And I know government can actually regulate certain amount of you know, substances that are coming in the country. But for me, shisha, social and recreational drugs, those things should not in any way be sanctioned or banned. Grown people should be able to make grown-up decisions. It's your decision to put whatever you want to put in your body. I don't think government should be able to regulate that, right? But if you have anything like heroin in this country, we know very well how big that is, right? That is we know all of these things. Prescription drugs in America is a big problem, right? But you can't say because people are turning the prescription drug into something. It's like someone gave you a prescription drug, I mean, they say take 2 a day. Then you go take 6. Guess what? That's going to have a reverberating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you can't say, oh, because people are getting high on telemedicine, so we should ban telemedicine on the market.
No, Ture, but people are getting high on cold medication here. Well, that guess what? They reduce it. And some of it you cannot even get it on the counter like that anymore. It have to be prescription.
It have to be prescribed by the doctor. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So but like being the way it is, we're not there yet. So they have to ban these things.
There are a lot of things that the government need to put. You can't just. That's what I told you. You can't just come and just start banning things like that. That's not how it works. Okay, you can't just come and say, okay, so no, you don't do that. That is wrong. You can't get banned and say nobody drinking, nobody drinking. How do you call that Chinese liquor? Chin. I don't know Chinwan, whatever the name is. You know, Chin Tao, right?
Jing Jong.
You know,
they got Jing Jong, they got Chin Tao.
Yeah, they got Chin Tao and stuff.
You need a ban for coming in the country. Yes, you can do that, Terrell. What do you mean?
You can do that if you establish that. In fact, I've had a lot of reservation on those drinks, even though I don't drink liquor. But for me, anything that comes from China, I almost have certain level of. I mean,
yeah, where you want to drink it? Eh?
I have certain suspicion on Chinese products. I'm sorry. I'm talking about clothing, let alone something that I'm going to put in my body, in my system. Big, yeah, you all right.
Yeah, so talk to us. What do you think about and all of that?
The shisha issue, I support the government 100%. Reason being there is that if we fought against drugs, then we need to fight against shisha. One, if what happened, yesterday. I think the last time we discussed about Kingwe, and I bring Kingwe. I said right now, I was speaking now for you to even enter Kingwe, unless you are part of them, but or maybe probably you live in the community there. But it was so good yesterday. The citizen did themselves woke up and start blocking the road, and then to see how best they can take this who go from there. Thank God to the government. They come out to the hill. They took them from there. They gave them to Johnsonville. While they will be there in the meantime, and while the government working or trying to complete the 300 bedroom rehabilitation center that they are paying to Kirisburg. But look, let me say something today. The seashell, if they continue taking seashell, it happened to me. We went for party. I don't smoke drugs. I don't smoke drugs at all. But the guy went and measure it. And measure it with the flavor and the drugs, put it together. I took that thing, I smoked that thing. But before I could reach home, it was not even easy on me. So yes, you see, so if they didn't post up to it, even if they stop, they limit the drugs entering in the country, you know what will be doing now? They will start putting it in the C sharp, and they start putting it there. Now it seems smoking. So for me, I support the government on that they should ban C sharp. They should not even be even to your house if you decide to take it. If they grab you, they should have penetrate of it. See that? So
Brother,
mhm.
Tatos, you don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Tatos, at the end of the day, let me tell you, you talking about, bro. You see, it's ain't see the marijuana, you see the weed that people smoke. And weed that get any kind of grass is like cassava leaf or potato. The people can make it dry and start smoking it, right?
Yeah, they can blend it.
Okay. Even we were talking about that. There's a side effect when you smoke weed. It will make you hungry until you go eat your entire
Well,
plate.
that's not a bad side effect.
But
As
let
long
me
as
tell you,
it's a straight up weed.
Amy, Tato was just talking about the thing that messed him up was the fact that someone went and mix whatever and whatever together, right? Is that chemical mixture that we're talking about? If the weed, if you get roll that thing, just smoke it.
On the ground.
It'll keep you high for a couple of hours, and you'll be good afterwards. Again, this is not a publicity. I'm not making any PR.
What are we doing here?
I don't smoke weed. I've never smoked anything in my life before, but I've been around and I know a thing or two. But I'm telling you, if they mix it up with any other substance, that I think I can mess people up. So these things, they are meant for the way they're supposed to be. When they tell you to smoke it the way God made them to be, you're not gonna have any problem. But the one that people that I can take it in library now and add a little bit of, different substance to it, just to change the level of high. There where people get in trouble. You cannot in any way legislate people doing that. People that are caught doing it. Amy.
I thought the government was supposed to be protecting lives and property. So if the government and FDA is there to protect what's coming in, people
Amy, you can't tell me.
Why can you regulate something that is harming people? You got like their Tramano something. What is it? Is a synthetic opioid. Why can't they regulate those things? And if the shisha
can ban it, like I'll give you a scenario, Amy. Government can ban certain substance from entering the country, right? Government have the right to do that. And the whole essence of government is what? Protect lives and property. I get that, right? But when we start to legislate all these little things, right? then to be quite honest, that is a battle that you're not gonna win and you're not gonna fight. And these
Why?
drugs makers, they're getting smart every single day. You know what I mean? They're getting smart every single day. The moment you try to ban another substance, guess what? They go in a lab and manufacture another one.
Then they ban
Right?
it too.
Right? And if you want to follow, look, Liberia not ready for this. They can do their part. But Liberia, America, the greatest country on planet Earth. You know what I mean? America spends hundreds of billions of dollars a year combating drugs. Right? The government need to, what the government need to do, Amy? The government need to strengthening border entry points. That's what the government need to strengthen. And then even the port authority, I have my suspicion a lot of these things come through the port. Bulk of it come through the port. So the government need to post surveillance in those places and look for the big boys and the big girls that are bringing the drugs in. That the big people bringing it in. They're not those small big old man agencies selling the drugs. Though. That people then bringing the drugs in the country. The government need to do due diligence and find out people.
So, Ture, you just said America is the biggest country or whatever country, right? The greatest country. They're still having problem with these things. And then you look at a little country like Liberia that doesn't have the resources to combat these things. And then stuff like that, when they banned it, just so people can get comfortable and start bringing the sister type away and all of those things to it, and they're seeing the effect it happen on people. And you think that's a bad thing? This is not anything. You're seeing people dying in the streets, Ture. This is not anything that just that food they're putting on somebody's table. What did Seashell, what kind of shot come to Liberia? What is it doing when they ban it? This is just something new. It's not going to take anything for anyone, or it's not going to cut. All it's doing is saving your life. It's keeping you healthy. That's all it's doing. It's not doing anything to anybody to say, "Oh, that food." They buy these things and put it for that family to eat. No, this is bad news. This is bad habit. And then you got something like nicotine and working on gene in there that causing cancer and all of that. And your health system, America got good health system. Liberia don't have it. Then you putting these things in your system.
Government process different.
Then you said it should be they shouldn't regulate it. No, because the way they're doing it. They are doing it and killing themselves. So of course they gotta regulate these things. Like the taxes, as they go on the street taking these things out, they will start adding that in those things, and you don't even know what they're putting in it now and smoking it. So I don't think anything wrong with them banning this thing. This thing is just something that came out in there. America. I mean, like brother to copy everything that everybody do outside. This is not something like from Liberia. That's something that's seen happening on the internet. Everybody doing hookah, Liberia too, hookah. So some of those things that people can want to copy and do, if it's not good for their health, I don't think the country should allow it to be in the government should allow it to come in the country. So I don't see anything wrong with this ban.
I'm all for regulation, I mean, but I'm not just all in on banning, because you cannot in any way infringe on people's rights. All right, you can't do that. These are social recreational drugs that people are taking. It is acceptable in other countries. All right, you cannot in any way because like everybody's.
Where is the OBR? Where is that a social regulation?
Even America, yeah, no. You talking about any shisha. Yeah, people are doing certain things with their shisha. Not everybody doing that. Okay, not everybody doing that. My thing is, you can't ban these things because a segment of the population decide to go through a chemical mixture on these things. Why they mixing it with? These are the substances that you're looking for. Why is it that anybody can go in any store right here and just buy any or how do you call this thing? Who can make sure any Walmart or something you buy and go home and smoke your thing, right? Whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you, you cannot say because certain people going through certain care, they missing other things, they ain't better for everybody. It's not right. You don't approach it that way. Look for the mixture that people are mixing it with the original substance and get those one off the market. That is my position. You can't ban it for everybody. I'm sorry. You don't.
We don't have the resources to go looking for what is it that everybody.
Until you can get the resources right, do not.
People are dying in the streets. People are dying of these things. They have to do something about it now. If the government doesn't do anything about it, it's on the government. They have to do whatever they can do to save people's lives, to stop having people harm themselves. Drugs is bad, right? We all know drugs is bad. Still, people going and taking drugs. You will say, "Oh, they are not responsible adults." They you know how many people out there? They are not all kids. They know drugs is bad. They know you get caught up on that thing. They know you get addicted to it, and you turn your life is something else. But they're still taking it, Toure. So we cannot say that.
You and I we have the argument.
No, listen now. Listen, it's not only liberal, not only liberal they have banned shisha. Not only liberal, you go right here, Sierra Leone. You don't see shisha on the street. Go right here, Ghana. Even Africa, even Nigeria, the great Nigeria, the African superpower is there. Then why it is that liberal when they ban it, then we the liberal we start complaining about it. And one thing I don't want for us to do is that, let's just issue. We just have to continue preaching against it, because even if you allow CCI, you take drugs. You think that, according to you now, it have effect. Each thing have an effect. Even the grass you're talking about, it have effect. Then what's about you now? The CCI itself have its effect already. Then if you combine it together now, it will not say affect you.
But that's the thing. That's the combination that I'm talking about. The combination is what even the people drink.
So what I'm trying to say that why we fighting the drugs, say no to drugs. We can stay for the C-sharp, because if you leave C-sharp, they will be behind the intelligent way of smoking now. Put it there, mix it. They say now.
But listen, let me tell you something, Toure. There are some things, I'm sorry, that when we see in the Western world, it's not good for Africa.
I totally agree.
We don't have the resources to combat it when it starts going wrong. When shit hit the fence. We don't have that. I know today we got Facebook, got YouTube. Everybody want to see what they see on Facebook in the Western world. They want to do it. Like I see people taking pictures, like things that we never used to do in our culture. Or when you're pregnant, putting your stomach, doing the pregnancy something. It's all in Africa now. Okay, those are all something. But things that putting stuff like that in your system that we don't have in these Western world, they got good healthcare systems. They know what they're doing. They got a way that they regulate the kids from getting close to those things. It's not like that in Africa. We still got kids buying alcohol. Okay. Then we coming out there on a shisha or what kind of shot there. And what they put in there is not anything healthy. So no, Toure, there's nothing wrong with it. And I see a lot of people are in the street today that were applauding this. They were happy about this. There are some things this wasn't something that was there before. They said, "Oh, it has been there since," or so. This is a recreation drug. It's been there ever since. No, this is something new. So it shouldn't be anything that want to ban it. That should be something. Somebody should have a problem with it, or it will take all the fun out of the fun that they used to have. Same number there. No, they don't know what this is. They see it from the Western world, and they just get on it and start eating that rice. They have to eat it. Keep pumping and keep. No, it has to go. I don't see anything wrong with the government trying to, the health ministry trying to something. And with all these things, I just sent it to you. With all these things that listed that in these things, I agree with them.
Well, I'll tell you what I mean. As a social justice advocate, right? I am not in any way just because certain segment of the population are wrongly consuming certain product on the market, you can't ban the entire market because of that. You'll be infringing on other people's rights. Okay? In every society, there are responsible and irresponsible people in every society. People that consume alcohol rightfully and people that just drink it with absolute no remorse. When you drink even alcohol that people drink, when you abuse it, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, you get alcohol poisoning, or you become a drunkard your entire life. That's there. You got recreational drinkers, you got recreational smokers. You can't say you're gonna ban it for everybody. That is wrong. Government, I get it. Everything you need. We're not ready for this. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have techniques. We don't have like we don't have this opioid pain that when someone is overdosed, you know what I mean. Anybody can get used on them and then revise the person. I get all of these things, Amy.
Then what's the problem?
But wait now. The problem is when you decide to ban an entire business venture, are you taking into consideration the economic hardship that coming with that? Are you taking into consideration all the bars, right, and recreational entertainment? I mean, entertainment facilities that rely on these things, right? Businesses that don't allow these things to be mixed. People just going chilling, having fun. Are you taking into consideration the retributional cause that's associated with this? I'm just saying government need to think about this before just coming and just banning things. There's not a country that can afford to be banning things. There are a lot of people's lives. There are a lot of lives depending on the economic market. All right. So the government need to think wisely as they come on just be banning things here. No.
Okay, Terrell, let me come here a second.
You don't do that.
Still a lot of things, right? First of all, they are not banning it because people are misusing it. They are banning it because what's in it is bad for your system.
No. It's being mixed.
Well, we don't know all of that. Everything
no,
that's
you
say is being mixed. They're telling you what's in it. They're telling you what's in it.
No, it be mixed.
Bad for you. So all of those things you're naming, all people bought. To where there were bars there that were making money before Shisha came out. Like how many years ago? It's not gonna break anybody. If it's gonna break people down for people to be healthy, I'm for that. I'd rather you be healthy than you be making money and you dying. And there's no good healthcare system that can, like you said, get those things out of your system when you get it, and then you overdose on it and die. Then where would the money be at?
The
money was still right here. They'll be putting in that hole, especially when they're raining. Then they're putting in the water with it too. So I'd rather everybody be healthy. I'd rather people be putting good stuff in their body. Then what about liquor? We talk about alcohol here. Alcohol, the only time it's bad when you drink it, like you're losing your brain. Then you get messed up, you're falling all over the place, and you hurt yourself. Or if you keep doing it, you become an alcoholic, and you gotta go and get cleaned up. But as long as you take one bottle, you drink it, there's nothing happening to you. You cool.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
This is not the same as this. So alcohol, you can say, okay, grown up can make grown up decision. The only thing we want about alcohol is you start letting kids to buy alcohol. That's what we wanted to do in Liberia, to push for that, to stop letting the people sending 8-year-old children in and something to go buy alcohol. They need to stop that. But it's not the same as this. This thing is bad news. And I don't think that in the Western world, yes, They got and that's the same thing to where if they have this thing in the Western world, it start getting bad. Even like the marijuana we're talking about, the weed we're talking about. Now they're making something because they took the street side of it from there, but it was banned here at a certain point, right? You couldn't smoke weed and all of that.
People still mixing it.
Yeah, the street farmers said tap on it.
Yeah.
But as long as from the ground, those one are really, really grown, and you just dealing with that, is actually medication for a certain cancer or something like that, medical marijuana and stuff like that. And something
it helps a lot. It helps people with bone marrow disease.
Yeah.
It helps people
if
with
yeah.
You know,
But the
pain and
ones
all that
from the
stuff.
others,
Yeah.
when they realize that what is in is getting on something, is messing with you, it's not good. What's in it is not good for you. They will ban it, and that's I think we're not these Western world something that I don't think is good for us. Let us stick with the palm wine and let the C-shot go. Come on.
Amy, I totally agree. You and I saying the same thing, right? Amy, 1 + 1 is 2, right? And 1 + 3 are 4. So if I go by my lay shisha, the thing I get one thing. And I agree, people are mixing a lot of things. People have the powder now, some people got the oil, you know, there are so many things coming with it, right? But people that are just going by their lay shisha, coming home, lighting it or smoking and going to sleep. That'll put in me advocating for. You can't take it away from people just because certain people are abusing it.
Yes,
all right? You can do that, right? You can do that. Because once someone else's right stops, another person won't pick up from there right away. And John Hannah, I totally agree with you. You know what I mean? Look. And he said this, he said, let me just read this comment right here. It says,
I get it, yeah.
Shisha is being misused. I think people are adding a lot of dangerous illicit drugs to it. So given the current drug abuse situation in the country, the government has the right to ban any substance that has the potential of being misused. Now, I'm saying, and I can agree with John for that, but I'm also saying government can then look at what are some of those mixtures? What is it that they are adding to it, right? And even some of the stuff that they're adding to it over there, right? That the reason why I said this will be hard to fight. Some of those stuff that they are adding to it is a chemical combination. That's what is going on. Some of those things they are adding to it, they might not be able to ban all of those things. Right? It's not like they can come in bulk. Like I was telling you, if someone tell you if you pour amoxicillin and penicillin together, it gives you a different hit. That is true. So are you going to ban amoxicillin from the market because people are adding amoxicillin and penicillin together? No, because you know what? There are people that are going to have the potential to do that, and other people might not do that. So this is a very, very slippery kind of slope thing you're dealing with. The thing that makes me with shisha, these are drugs. These are stuff on the market too that are needed. All right. So your approach to this is very, very.
So then get rid of the shisha.
Government going to ban these things is going to be hard. It's going to be very, very tough.
I think that. I mean, we could agree to disagree.
The government need to do their research.
I think that I don't see anything wrong with this. I'm just saying because the first thing is that like I said before, shisha is just something that just coming. It shouldn't be taken away from anybody. They took away my tobacco. I used to chew my tobacco. They said I'm not chew tobacco again. My grandpa chewed tobacco before he died. My grandma chewed tobacco. No, this thing is just coming. They just took it from there. They seen it on social media and everybody, people buy it, carrying it. That too. They want to, everything they see on it, something they want to be doing it. But some of these things are dangerous for those people. And these people over there, like I said, they got good health care. They got good everything. Everything in the country in Liberia is government. So let government regulate these things. You have people, somebody told us, oh, we're calling the government to come oh, we want the government to do that. Everything is the government too, right? So why can't the government be the one? And you're talking about a group.
That's because the government make it like that.
So that now they want the government coming in on this one. So if the government is going ahead trying to fight this drug thing, and if they're realizing that this thing is also a part of it, they have to do something about that too, right? I'm sorry, but I don't see anything wrong with this. This is drugs and this is bad. And what I see here, I see the stuff. Look on it and see the things that in there. In that shisha stuff. It's not anything that anybody should be putting about it. We already having a lot of kidney diseases and liver and all of that. And then you adding something on it. And there's nothing. And it's funny, with the government, we need to go India, we need to go this one. Then you add it on it. And these are young people. And the thing, because it's doing it and it's more popping here and there, is fun thing. No. At the end of the day, you're messing up your system.
You messing up your lung.
Yeah.
You mess. Well, I mean, look, lean like what, bro? Why are you advocating for people to voluntarily be a lab rat? We don't even know the repercussions shisha will have on our health 10 years from now.
10 years from now, absolutely. They will bring this stuff, and then after a couple of years, they'll be like, oh, this one got this side effect, they're banning it.
Lane Lakbo, I agree with you, brother. At the end of the day, brother, we're in 2025. Grown people, I mean, I feel like information is so readily available to people now, right? Mm-hmm. You literally can read, you can read yourself into rehab center.
Sir, to where that growing up to.
Hold on, wait now. Amy, but wait now. Mm-hmm. Everything that's made out there is meant for you to read and understand the side effects and stuff. Even the medicine we take.
Yeah, how many people does that in Liberia?
Amy, even the medication we take, all the that's why I have never been hooked up to any prescription medication. Right?
1% here.
No.
0.001.1.
We all make our
shows up. Bless him and bless. No. This is one of our viewers from Spoon that used to deal with me. Hold this. She calling me. Welcome, Bless. How are you? You found us.
So I mean, like,
so happy to see you found us. We've been hiding on this side of town.
What, John, wait now. If you put out, hold on. Amoxicillin is not an illicit drugs. I agree. But how about John? If you combine, anyway, you're
not gonna win this one yet.
Let me just start before Lynn Lacroix says, I'm gonna. Lynn Lacroix is such an interesting dude.
First of all, Terrell, I understand what you're saying, right? It's like you telling somebody say you adding amoxicillin to Pawan, right? Pawan is for God to man. Like they call it.
Okay, now Pawan
is a legal drug, right? You just tell person don't be doing that. Or you catch anybody doing it or something, but you can't stop people from tapping Pawan. You can't stop people from bringing amoxicillin and all of that. You know, you can't do that, Ray. This one is a bad drug. You're talking about grown-ups should be able to make decisions. I get it. But isn't it the same grown-up that taking these drugs and dying on in the street? Should we say that the moment you're hooked up on that thing, Ray, there's no going back. Whether you're grown up or you're not grown up, it doesn't matter. The moment you test that thing and it start make you go that cuckoo and you like it and you start to do it the next time, you're hooked up on it. You're not going back. It doesn't matter if you're grown up or not. And it's bad for your system. It's bad for your system.
I've never smoked hookah in my life. I've never done any drugs, any liquor. I don't even look. I've just, for me, maybe it's just me. But I also feel like grown people should be allowed to make grown-ups decisions. And I get it. Government will have the power to regulate because obviously drugs that are a very alarming rate right now. I get that part, Amy. I truly understand. You know, but I also understand people's rights, right? I also get that. You know, look, if people can go buy this thing and go smoke in their homes, I mean, look, let it go present an ID card, right? Go there. I've always said this. Even nightclubs, I think nightclubs, the bouncer then should be looking at ID cards. Anybody, that's why when JMB talk about it, this national ID card something, I am so for it, right? Let have this ID cards issue be so proliferated across the country. Let everybody get an ID card, and besides getting an ID card, I want everybody should be registered based on their locals, right? Like if you live in West Point, your ID card should indicate you're resident in West Point, but then you have to because people can move in Liberia, like flag can move. So we have to actually regulate that.
Like it
You know what I mean? So we have to regulate. There's so many things happening that I just messed up. But
It
look,
is.
but I truly believe if you go to go buy alcohol, even in a bar, Amy, if you go buy alcohol in a bar, even if you are in there, right, you still have to show your ID card. You know that?
In the book. Yeah.
Yes.
Never been to one, but yeah.
Oh, now when it before entering, you will show it, right? And when you walk to go get your drink, guess what? You have to show it.
Yeah,
So,
isn't it something to do that?
like
Yeah.
you need to help people out. But like, bro, you go to somebody's nightclub, you see children at 17, 16 in a club with grown-ups. Some of them are 50, 60 people, 60 years old in a club with 15, 16-year-olds. You know what I mean? So it's not regulated. These are some of the stuff that we need to worry about. You know, how can we stop grown up from, like molesting young girls and boys?
Yeah,
in the
that's
country,
another one too. Yeah.
right? Because you can't have grown up in a scene environment, everybody drinking, everybody drunk. You know what I mean? Like things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do we avoid that? They will show their ID card. You 21 for going in. You know what I mean? Those are the things I really want some of our focus to be on. Not banning recreational drugs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the recreational drugs has some bad thing to do with your system. I'm all for it. I mean, you can say I don't drink or I don't smoke or I don't do any of this thing, but no, that's not it. The things that are in these things that I'm seeing here and what I'm seeing happening in the streets of Liberia right now, I think is alarming. And our country is not sophisticated enough, like the Western world, to differentiate these things and what is being put in and what is not. The ones that are coming in, so even close the border is the problem. Then you having these things coming in when we're calling it recreational drugs. So don't I name drugs add onto it? No, you shouldn't something yet. Stick with the palm wine and the liquor here. Let's all the go good. Don't it grow opinion? What I call it thing. We in Liberia, let's stick with that.
Course,
Okay, yeah. But I don't know the fact that to where you put in what oil or other stuff into that you should know
Yeah, a lot of
something is
things.
in that thing. Yeah, that is not right. You should know that. So I think it's a good call to it. I really think it is, and maybe when they get all of these things under control, they will look into it and try to maybe lift that. But for now, let be on there. That's
And look, and to lean like I totally agree. Look, the FDA obviously approves everything that comes in the country, especially in America, right?
we don't have that.
And I really hope that we can have that in Liberia because some of the alcohol in Liberia, even look at the bottle, you know it's not good. I mean, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink at all, right? But I can look at some of the bottles and I'll be like, oh hell no.
No, it's a bad news.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to test these things out. That's why you never see Chinese liquor in America. You not see it.
No.
No way. You know what I mean? Like
Similar to stuff I seen like bro when I went there, when people studying drinking, I'd be like, they're saying the names of these alcohol, these drinks, and I'm like, what is that?
that's one thing I know America. The only thing America allow in their country, maybe from somebody whitest countries, maybe like Germany and that or England and that.
Russia.
You know what I'm saying?
Russia got a hot stuff for the
Even
cold.
food, right? But no, I mean, I'm telling you, man. Or maybe place like Israel, then,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But other than that, you wouldn't get the avocado from Mexico.
Right. You get an avocado, you get even certain fruit now. They're not allowing it to come in from Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, look. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Or
It
even
is.
if America were allowed, do you know America importing beef now from Namibia? That's the only
What was
African
the
country
question,
America.
John? I didn't see that question. Let me see.
Amy and Trey, please answer
Where
my
do
question.
you guys get your motivation from to be on the show every
My brother. But I think we just committed. I think we get love talking Liberia. And also the opportunity to engage with people like you, John, Lin Lakbo, you know, sis Blessing and that just show up tonight.
I just found us.
You know what I mean?
We've been worried about all of you guys. Nothing,
you know,
no one
talking
will
about,
give us something up.
You know, we like sis had Edward Tambani, you know, Vasco obviously, and then
please. Vasco, you won't come up here.
And then sis Morris. Yeah, so I mean, bro, it's all about, you know, the energy we get from you is the thing that keep us coming all night, bro. You know, and besides, what to do, man? Yeah, Morocco, you want to stay out of trouble, just find something that, you know, you go to work, you come, just find something that will keep you busy until you go to bed, and we're gonna go to work, come back again, and go back to that same thing. That's the only way you can stay out of trouble in the country, bro. Amy Allah?
No.
My man, no.
Not at all.
I've been in the country 18 years. I don't even know how police car look like. I mean, I know it from the outside, but I don't know it from the inside.
Inside of it, yeah.
So if you want to stay out of trouble in America, just come to me. I have a tutorial.
How to stay out of trouble.
How to stay out of trouble.
So what will you do? What will you do with me? Come to me. Come to me, so I'll show you. But we're not going to talk about certain things on here. People be laughing at me all the time because I don't know. The club scene, so when I say every time I say, people laugh at me, so I don't like to say. But
oh man,
that's fine. Everybody don't have to go in the club. That's all right. I can play music outside and dance. So where your papa? But anyways, Ture, let's move on. So you lost the other fire today, Ture. Sister must go.
Huh?
Shisha or whatever, hookah must go. We can't have it in Liberia. I'm sorry.
Well, at least let the government come and tell us it's a temporary thing until they can get all their scientific facts ready, right? Truly believe that. Or it should not be something like the asset recovery thing. You can that momentum and then it can get dying. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, man. I think you see John and Lin, like what this is what I guess some of frustration. Because for me, I just want, if you're gonna roll something out like that, make sure you got all your facts, all your detail ready, right? I truly believe that. But this government, how they have been, at least from what we have known now, they'll just join you something, they come with that whole momentum, they in the middle of it, they get press chocolate. Like Amy would say, press chocolate. Yeah, man.
No, but this one here, from what we're looking at in the street, I think if this one is contributing to it, I'm all for it because something has to get done. The whole drug thing, something got to be done about it. They need to do something. Just go in the street, grabbing these kids and not taking them to a rehab. And I heard Tata say something about 300 and what they're building there. I mean, can they renovate some other buildings in there and be doing that with them before they get done with the whole building stuff? Shoot, these kids supposed to wait up now. They're not all kids. They're supposed to sit there and wait around till they finish building before they start rehabilitating them. I don't think that's a good idea. You're muted.
Yeah, John, my man. I love my Lofa people. Laungai. Livasu, Fanyalesu. Yeah, I love my Loma people. And I know that I don't really Loma potency from Lofa. But look, Amy, I'm flabbergasted. Up to today's day, I don't know why those 36 condominium that Joey have built stealing the Labrampo money. That up to today's day, those areas have not been confiscated by this government and turning those places into rehab center. I mean, look, those buildings, those structures are good to be a rehab center. They definitely they build like a rehab center anyway. You know, I mean, what's up with that? There's the thing we're talking about, Amy, right? La broad problem is, especially my Ellen Kim, she put Julie Bryan in jail for corruption. Joey Akin did not do anything with Ellen.
The audacity of Ellen,
right? Now, Omer Bwaganaka, and he's not showing any energy whatsoever. The Samuel Twelve situation we saw, they dragged down a little bit. Now we're seeing that thing is kind of like evaporating right now. That's the real problem. You know? Like, how did that guy get money to build all those condominiums? How did he get money to do all these things? And nobody should even tell me, say, oh, the man got that money because you're president. Because if the man would have acquired all wealth, people wait until after that presidency, they start doing investment. But this guy started these things 6 months into his presidency. So it would not make any sense. And those are saying, oh, they made a president. They can get money anyhow. No. That's not how president make money. So at the end of the day, man, until we can start looking at these things, bro, that government resources were used to build those jobs. We all know that 36 condominium or how much it is. Turn that thing into a goddamn rehab center, bro. Turn it into a rehab center.
But Ture, you think that's how? You think it's that easy? You have to have your You can just go and take. I mean, at this point, it's his property, right?
I mean,
unless you can have all of those facts and all of those things and prove it in court, you can't just. You may know it, but when you go stand in front of the judge or the jury, you can't just say, "Oh, I know it for a fact because this one was happening in so and so." No, you have to bring this solid facts and something. Even somebody killing somebody in the street, you have to still go to court and prove that person guilty and stuff. You can't just go and just confiscate somebody's property and say, "Oh, this is it and this is that." You may know it. I may know it. Other people may know it, but no. The hard evidence have to be proven in court before you do that.
I tell you what, there are certain things that you need evidence for. There are certain things that you don't need evidence for. You rely on common sense. Right? I mean, you can definitely, like, you can deal with corruption like very, very fun, very, very small. How much you making? Like, the reason why they ask that the declaration is so important.
Right.
You have to tell us exactly what you have.
A lifestyle audit.
What you have before coming to government and declare what you have exiting government. Then we know exactly, because in asset declaration, guess what? You gave all of your assets in cash, in material, in whatever. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that are so unambiguous. You know what I'm saying, right? So you like it, you over declare, you like it, under declare. That's on you. But we can then see exactly what you earned during your 6 years as president, right? And be able to say, you know what? This makes sense, this makes sense, this don't make sense. There is no way you can tell me President John Mahama we had him with that much money when he became president and you're able to rehabilitate 2 of his properties. While at it, we're able to build 36 condominiums and all those stuff, and we're able to acquire a private jet. Come on, man.
Yeah, we all know that, man. Yeah, absolutely, John. We do that too. We know. The thing about it is that we all know that, like you said, Ellen Kim and just did Judy Bryan. He was the only one that she did that to. Was there other people in his administration that did something, or it was just the president alone who did all of those things that she came and prosecuted?
Oh my God!
So
John is such a smart dude.
the thing about that is that I think Eddie was just doing that. I would say Eddie had her head in the right place to fight corruption, but her cat got her tongue when her kids got involved in it.
That's
And
what we were
that's
playing.
where the whole place went, everything went sideways. But
Yep.
she did have the right mindset to do that.
She had.
She did. And then when in her second term is what it started messing her up, and she felt like she had to bury them or cover them up or whatever. But then when the CDC administration came in, I think they kind of something on that, like, oh, these people did it, they got away with it, I think we can do it. They kind of took the bad things that she did,
they were protected too,
and stand up on it instead of them continuing with the group that was there. No, they took the bad and said, oh, they did that on. So because you always used to hear it, and they did that on here. And when they did that one here, they ran with it. They take that one overseas, and we're doing that one. Like it was like a susu. Like they did that one, so we should do our own, which is very wrong. And you got some of these fools in today too. They are in this government and want to do the same old thing. And I think there should be the people should put. And I like how when the president hear about it, when he suspend you gotta go fast and pray, or else you're not coming back. I like that because some of them they're there, and that's all they're thinking about. They were coming, criticizing the CDC, but they also had that same agenda to come and do the same thing because they think Liberia has turned to the big old elephant meat that anybody can do anything, anytime, and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. And my man John could not put it any better. I'm telling you, man, I've said this continuously. John just took my talking point for the past 4 years. These two these two major ruling political parties, or at least two major political parties in our country, they are both the same. And I've said this and I'll say it again. The money job we are corrupted, the money CDC corrupted, it's not even quarter to the amount Unity Party corrupted in 12 years. But John, you're absolutely right. What CDC lacks was sophistication. Eddie Johnson had old thieves. People that know how to steal. I'm talking about professional looters. You know what I mean? Like, I've said this. I said, look how the guy operating. Do you know this guy came here, Amy, the Minister of State? You were invited as a guest speaker for EULA's program in Philadelphia here. And we got there. Do you know this guy? You won't believe what the guy said. How do you call him? The Senator Magidina.
Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel. The guy said that they were going to put EULA on the budget, on the national budget. Morris, look.
So stupid.
The guy held a microphone. In America, EULA was a non-for-profit organization that was funded in 1970, I believe 1976.
I think yeah, 75 or 76.
75, 76. I said it took one old head who ran across the stage, came and grabbed the microphone from him and said, Mr. Minister of State, with all due respect. You know what I mean? The man was like, with all due respect, I don't think that's something we should be doing. You know what I mean? And that's how they try to justify their stealing. They say at least they robbing it. So these guys, they were so ill sophisticated. Some of them have not even traveled out of the country. So they don't even know how to hide their resources when they steal them. But Madam said, people there, they knew how to put their money there. A big year. Back to you,
Amy. Thank you. Welcome, Morris.
Yeah, thank you. Better late than never, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
And what you see?
I said welcome.
Better late than never. Better late than never.
Better late than never. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, we were getting ready to transition to this headquarter thing. But if you can touch on this shisha thing a little bit, just 2 minutes so we can transition.
No problem. I would do it. I would do it in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Look, yeah, I would take it from this point, right? To say people know better, so because of that, they should know what to do. I think that is a wrong narrative, because if that was the case, or if that is the case, we will not have a regulatory body to guide people, to set rules for people. You know, in this America here, in 1920, the ban on alcohol production and consumption took effect. 1920. 13 years later, 1933, that ban was lifted. Up to today, they're still struggling, but they're not able to fight against the banning of alcohol. It's too strong, so they're not able to ban it. But this is what happened. When the police pull you over, we all know that. When they smell alcohol on you, they charge you for DUI. We all know that. Look, the issue of seizure in Liberia, the government have realized that this is not good for their citizens. So they have come up with a rule to ban it, or to set certain prohibition against that. It's like any other thing. If that's the case, we will say, no, Lord, just leave the people. They can go buy it. You're supposed to know that this good is expired or not expired. No, the government is there to regulate, to determine what comes in the country and what is not good, what does not come in the country for the citizens everywhere in the world. See, so in 2008, the government, they passed a law to ban public smoking in Liberia.
Yeah.
In 2000, yeah, it's a law. 2008, in 2011, it took effect. But guess what? The law is not being implemented. The laws are there. There are laws in Liberia that prohibit underage to buy alcohol, to enter nightclub.
Whoa. There's a law that prohibits young children from buying alcohol?
Yes. To even enter in the club. There's a law in Liberia. Even these laws are not effective. Yes, there's a law. I was stopped. I remember 92 or 93? Bakari, the famous Bakari Hotel Africa. My cousin and myself went to the club. This is somebody I'm older than 2 to 3 years. But because she was a big time girl, when they stopped, they let her enter and the guy stopped me. Yeah, the security stopped me. Where your ID card? So I said, but I stopped my team long time. I said, that's profiling.
You stopped my team long time. What is that long time?
Yeah, I told the guy, that's profiling. I said, that's profiling. You allow this lady to pass. You didn't ask her for ID. Then you asking me. You don't even know that I'm older than this girl. The girl that you allow to enter, why? Is it because you think this place is an expensive place and I'm supposed to come there? Is that your case? You know, but back on the seizure issue, right? The government have realized that this thing is not good for the citizens. So they have come up. And it's not only Liberia. Ghana, since 2018, Ghana have been struggling to ban the seizure in Ghana. But because the politics of the day, they've been struggling. So what the government came up with, the executive, they came up with some regulations, some prohibitions to do certain stuff around it. The same with Zambia, Tanzania, I think one other country. Afghanistan, it is banned. Yeah, in Afghanistan, it is banned. So I don't understand where the whole thing with the government come up with this starting thing to regulate certain thing. I see a whole lot of Facebook posts. Why you can't stop alcohol? Why you stopping this? Why you can't? The government cannot do everything at the same time. It's step-by-step process. So I mean, yeah. So I really support the government. My only problem I get with Liberia from time to time, some of the laws are not good for today, and some of the laws are not effective. Like I told you, there are laws in Liberia that stop children from buying alcohol, entering the
I
club.
did not know that. I
Public
really
smoking,
didn't.
yeah, it's a law. Check it out. There's a law. So since you said 2 minutes, I would just I could go more and more, but I could
No,
just stop there.
I didn't know that because I don't know when that law got into something, but I remember basically in the 90s, my uncle sent me to buy his. He used to call it Fulabopa. Look like in that little green bottle. I looked at something. Sent me to buy his liquor, and I know a lot of people do that. They send kids to go buy those things.
It's a crime. For even sending kids, it's a crime.
But
That's Liberia right there.
Some kids intake they actually drink that. Kids under 18 are drinking and getting drunk off of those things too. So
I don't even care, man.
Yeah, so that's terrible.
It's sort of our responsibility to protect children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the way we can regulate children for not doing too much soda in the country. I think
right, it's sort of the.
I think alcohol is something that is not even on should not even be compromised at least. But Liberia, you go there, my man. You go there, Amy. I mean, everybody just want to get money, man. Nobody even care. You know.
That's what you were just advocating about that.
Yeah, I mean,
getting money is some money and all the money are not. You know, some of it just need to.
Yeah, you know, that's a country. AVP on the street. All these are laws in the country. You go in Monrovia, around Broad Street, Cathedral, people standing on the side, people. You know, the laws are there, but it's not effective. The people that are supposed to effect these laws, they don't do it. They don't care. And the citizens too, they feel that it's okay.
The people that are supposed to enforce it, those people are not empowered.
No. So guys, let's transition a little bit, right?
No problem.
So there's CDC headquarters thing. You know, I promise not to talk about this ever again, but you know, today I've seen a different turn to it, and I'm very, very upset about it. Let me see if I can play some video here that I just saw this evening before I decided to talk about it. This is crazy, and some of these things are getting out of control when the government take action, or the police, whatever, and then they call these things something on people's rights and human rights and whatever rights. Some people, when you're not behaving like humans, I think their rights need to be taken away from you. Liberia is bigger than any political party or any president or anybody. But let's watch this. This is first of all, I'll watch it friend.
Okay, so you are seeing another tension here. This is something. This is a serious tension here. This is a serious tension. This is here. And whenever you're watching us live from, there's a serious note outside of the party headquarters. So let's see what's the reaction from this other group. Okay, so we are seeing another tension here. This is something. This is a serious tension here. This is a serious tension. This is a serious tension. We have to get back. So how prepared are you? How prepared are you for tomorrow? So how prepared? This is the current atmosphere here. So this is the current atmosphere here. This is the current atmosphere. Whenever you are watching us live from, this is the current atmosphere here. This is the current atmosphere here. If you are watching us live, keep sharing this live for us. This is the current atmosphere here.
So. Are you hearing that?
I'm here. You there?
Yeah, so I saw this evening and I kind of felt like, okay. So first of all, let's start with tomorrow. So us here tomorrow, I think it's already dated now. Later on this today, this the Liberia National Police supposed to go and carry out an eviction order to evict the CDC from the headquarters, right? For the headquarters. And this is what going on right now. They're trying to, I don't know, protest or stop or intimidate the police from coming. But from what I've seen in that video, you know, cars that were going by, right? They're getting stormed.
Mm-hmm.
Those things could hit people in those cars and they could get hurt.
Or die.
Or die. And that is very, very concerning for me. Guys, I know sometimes when we're talking these things, people make it look like because you don't support CDC, they try to make it turn it into something like, you know, it's from a place of hate. But no, it's not. When you see one group of people, like from Monday to Friday, it's just all about them and violence and stuff like that. It just makes it like so disturbing that, you know, that people that want to be above the law in the country, they carry out eviction something every time. There's one headquarters they've been trying to evict the CDC from it for months, for years. It's not, well, less than 10 years started for months, right? And they are holding on to this like as if they don't want to let go. As if it is a matter of, you know, like, but you have to have me in here. You're the landlord by force, whether you like it or not. At this point, this is what we're saying. You know, so for CDC to be saying that tomorrow the police will be met with resistance and stuff, and they are showing that by, you know, this night, you see what's going on and stuff like that, guys. What? I'm so like, what do you think is going on here, and what should be done with this? I don't want to sound so, you know, radical or whatever, but go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, I think there are two things that I'm seeing here in the whole CDC headquarters. Something, you know, one of the things I've seen here is that, you see, sometimes when you make drowning, they will hang on anything, and sometimes they don't want to. They want to drown along with other people, right? Sometimes even the person that coming to save them, if you're not careful, all of you will go under the water. That's what I'm seeing here. Who are in the CDC fight? Who really look at the people that are in the CDC fight? Who know CDC from 2005 to now? Who know CDC? Who are in this fight? I will say this. I think most of the people that are in the CDC fight about it, party thing, I think that people that really, really did not prepare themselves. Probably they're just looking at frustration. They're just looking at something to hang on. Because we know CDC. At one point in time, they will say, oh, just recently, just a few days ago, probably a week ago, some of the party officials say, party not in the heart, party not in the, it's not location, it's not headquarters, in the heart. Oh, he said party not in the, it's not about location, it's not about physicality. It's not about it's not about locality, it's about in the heart. Then at the same time, you say you will not move from the people headquarters. I don't get it. And where is George Weah? The head of the party. They may not even in the country. The fanatical fathers just recently said party not in about locality. It's about in the heart. They say Janga Ko. He went one of the Atai Center. He said when we're not refusing to remove. If the decision for us to leave, we will leave the party headquarters. What about the party headquarters that you don't want to leave? The same thing happened Unity Party. Unity Party, as a matter of fact, have relocated for like 3 times. They started from Crown Hill, they went to Broad Street by Spoke Commission, they went to Congo Town, and then now they're back to Broad Street. Unity Party did not go around making noise, protesting this and that, accuse CDC. No, they moved. In fact, they not even wait for police people to go there. Overnight, they packed their thing and left. That is how responsible people do. I don't get it. Y'all going there protesting, y'all not leave. But for me, I don't even want to waste more time. We have a government. We have a government that's supposed to look, regardless of, even if today another force come to attack Liberia, we have a government that's supposed to curtail and defend the citizen. So that thing they're doing, it's just probably the type of police people have, or probably the type of police director will have, or the type of country will have, or the type of government will have. But that thing that just knows the making. That just knows. In less than a second, the police really can move them from that place.
So, Ture, earlier before this evening, we had the national police talking about informing people, the public, about traffic regulation and how they will be doing an eviction something tomorrow. So the traffic that coming from Pinsville, where they're trying to divert traffic, they're trying to do this, they're trying to. I mean, what is this? This thing that people say about the CDC, are they proving themselves or proving these people right every time when people are saying CDC is a court, CDC is a court, CDC is a court? Because, eviction things are happening every day. Why every time when it comes to CDC, the whole city or everybody should stop breathing? For what? The police here is giving us a whole map about what, before their nonsense even started today, as if they were anticipating this thing from them. From they knew the group of people they were dealing with. Go ahead, Ture.
Well, I'm gonna try to be as objective as I can be. I don't want to say this thing is politically motivated. People say, "Oh, Ture, my man, what you saying?" But I could also say that this thing does not need a kind of publicity storm that is being added to it. If we are going to go enforce an eviction order, I don't think you need to call for a press conference.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Like you, what you are doing, you are just building up for what could be tomorrow. Now you're gonna make the entire headquarters of CDC.
No, I think it's the CDC thing that had a press conference. I don't think it's it.
No, Gregory Coleman High on a press conference.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
It was on Spoon. It was carried by Front Page Africa. Look, man, this is what I'm saying. Have you ever seen? I thought evasion people come and post the notice, right?
Tomorrow morning, they can't get people. Well, in Liberia, what they do? Tomorrow morning, what I've been noticing.
The people come and post a notice. They give you a couple of days. If you know something, they're not going to call you say, hey, Amy, tomorrow morning come to their place. Why? Why are you doing that for? Take your men. If at all they have not evicted the property by the scheduled date and time, then you move in and start throwing stuff out. That's what you need to do. But you can't say, oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press. Come on, man. Now you're going to have all these Kush menace go fill out that party compound tomorrow. You know, and then now you got, instead of dealing with just few handful of people, then you're going to be dealing with almost 3 to 400 people. Just making your job hard for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is why I've said this. I said, why is it that the government is finding so much interest in this? As the last time we discussed it here, Samuel Johnson, deputy press secretary, the guy out there that they put him on.
Press secretary, minister.
Information. Minister of Information and Tourism and Culture and Tourism, whatever that is. He was throwing shot at them. You don't do that. When you start doing stuff like that, then people will say, "Wait now, does it have another added motivational trait to it?" Then cities can start feeling out because this is a property belonging to a family. And oh, by the way, that family is the one that's taking CDC to court, not the government.
And they've been doing that way long
the
time.
government is not coming in. The government is not coming in, or at least the police is not coming in to enforce whatever ruling that the court come up with.
Right.
So I don't see why Sandra Johnson and Kemi put among these things. You see, that's the thing. If you're in government, if you're in a place of power, you have to be able.
Who they call Sandra Johnson?
Huh?
Who they call Sandra Johnson?
Donna Sano.
How do you go in Donna Sano?
Donna Sano. What's his name again? Donna Sano or Donna Sano, whatever.
Former Labour Day Party, I don't know, spokesperson or whatever that is. But look, at the end of the day, man, don't give people reason to caution your intent. Even if that's what you want to do, but don't give people any sort of lane to say, you know what, this is politically motivated. Because it's not what it's supposed to be. But start putting your mind in this thing. Allow the court to deal with it. Allow the police to walk in and enforce whatever ruling the court come up with. And now I'm hearing Sidisha, including their party acting chairperson, saying that they have not received any evasion notice from the court. So how are you going to go enforce an evasion that people have not even received a notice for?
But with that, Ture, I don't know, but I'm not sure.
You believe the chairman?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ture.
I'm just saying, I said now I'm hearing the CDC chairman saying that they have not received.
Let me come
you know
on.
what I mean?
That's why I said, correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I see, these people doing in Liberia, like they have the order with them. It's kind of like somebody coming in for like a warrant, such warrant. They have the warrant. They're coming and giving it to you. I'm pretty sure CDC went to court and they told them that no, you have to go. So they're coming with a warrant to give it to you or something like that, or they should have some, or they told them.
Amy,
I'm pretty sure they're not just gonna come in on it like that.
Amy, the people party hierarchy are saying, and this is not me saying it. That's what I'm quoting what they said today.
I know.
They said they have not received any evasion notice. All right. Now, I'm not going to take that word for it. No, I'm not going to take that word for it. But I can also guarantee you, when the police, I believe it was last year, when they're moving on CDC headquarters, they said they had what? They said they had rate of arrest or whatever that is, right? And we went through that process. They did not have none. You know what I'm saying? We went through that story. Look, we are here to not pick a sow or anything like that. I'm gonna talk it like just the way it is. At the end of the day, what I don't like is negative PR, negative publicity that you don't need. It's not good. It's not good for the image of the government, and it don't show any sign of any sort of professionalized environment. So tomorrow, I just pray to God that this thing will not, turn out to be anything bigger than what they shouldn't have been if the police IG did not,
But Ture, even if CDC is saying that they have not received a notice yet, right? And the police go there with the warrant, the eviction, something that they have. Should anybody be standing in front of them fighting and throwing stones and all of that?
Absolutely not. There's no justified reason to do that. You can't stand in front of law enforcement officer or anything.
Let me just come in, right?
If people abuse you, or people kind of like trying to take advantage of you, you always have two courses. You can always go for redress. A Baba police order and just do that's what a responsible institution should do, and that's what a responsible citizen should do.
Let me just come. Even the CDC has a party herself has politicized the whole case. Mind you, the case started 2016, 15, 16. The case started 2015. They got been fighting them with case. When CDC, they were in court with everything with the case, and by the time CDC got power, they forgot about the man. They decided even they neglected the whole thing. By the time they left, by the time they took over, they neglected the whole thing. They neglected it to even discuss about it. They even want hear from the man. That man have to leave. That man have to leave from the country and go Ghana. He was in Ghana through all the time. Right after they left power, they ran to the man, begging the man because they were not in power. The man said, "Okay, since that's the case, y'all pay me all the years." So the CDC herself to say for Janga Code to say CDC have not received the eviction notice. Do you know that just today they filed another appeal? Just today, which was yesterday, they filed another appeal that they should
buying time. That's
exactly. So the whole thing is politicized on the issue of the Daniel Sando. I think Daniel Sando was having press conference. I think a journalist asked what happened in this case. If this case reached to eviction, say, oh, the enforcing, the people that are supposed to enforce, they will definitely enforce if you reach to that point. Whether that is wrong or right, whether he was not supposed to say it or right, people will judge it. You know, it depends who say it. The police, mind you, the CDC. You don't expect the police to just wake up some morning and go to that party headquarters. They got to inform the public. Because when you're dealing with CDC as a political party, and look at the country that we live in. So for me, the issue of calling press conference, you don't expect the police to just wake up some morning and just go to party headquarters and start moving people. So, and that's how the police have been doing of recent, calling press conference, informing the citizen, this and that. Maybe that Greg will come on a way of, you know, approaching things. But again, the CDC herself have politicized the whole thing. They just keep buying time, going for appeal, this and that. Even today, Sereno Seafors, I listened to him. He said, look, appeal is not a state order. You did not go to the court to stay a state order. You only went to the court today to appeal. That is different from state order. When you go to court and say state order, you mean you act to whatever thing that's supposed to happen. But you didn't do it. You only went to appeal. So it's different. I think they were here and the party chairman, they were going back and forth on that issue.
So yeah, so this is a picture also from this evening.
Yo, sit down, somebody play, say, oh, now move. They are going there, you say, yo, protest, yo, will not leave on the play. Yo.
Picture from this evening.
What is that?
God is, you see someone here with a stone in their hand and throwing stone and something at the police and all of that. And I think this has got to stop. This madness has got to stop. Okay, we need to. The government need to take us. They need to take a speech of it. This madness has got to stop. This shouldn't be happening. You can't just have certain group in the country and think that they are. And these are the people that said they want to come back and take over.
Yeah, the audacity of thinking about they want to come back to power. Can you imagine that?
Lawless, you want to be acting like you're above the law and you want to be fighting the government on issue and stuff and state securities on doing that job. And this is what's supposed to motivate Liberian people to give you what? State power again? I don't think so. These are rebels behavior and they need to stop. And I think tomorrow Gregory Coleman needs to pull his men to get, if they have to get an army out, they need to send it because they can't be allowing the nonsense to happen. And
seriously, what kind of nonsense is that?
Why would every time it comes to something about CDC, then we have to be saying something? Look what I was just doing. Throwing stone at people's cars. That is dangerous. You can kill someone while they're driving and doing stuff like that. It's wrong. We can't have a group of people in a country and we call it and say we have a government in the country and you have people behaving mad, people then passing around behaving like that and think they're above the law. We dare the police tomorrow.
Yeah, then you see people sitting on platform. You see people sitting on platform supporting that thing just because they are hatred towards Waka or towards the government, as if that the government took the people to court. What kind of country is that?
So that's why if the police are outnumbered tomorrow, if they feel like they don't have the right people, the amount to come on that, I think they should bring, if they have to call for help, they should do that. Because you can't let these people to be getting away with
The
nonsense.
police
like
can
this.
move that people. All that thing they're doing, the police can move them. He even got to bring the
They
army.
can be emboldened and say and want to do it all the time if they let them to be getting away with these nonsense. And I think it's wrong. It needs to stop. The bull crap has got to stop. It's too much now. What people shouldn't? The people in the country shouldn't have peace. Every time something got to do with CDC, or you're the only political party in the country that
In the country, yeah.
Nobody should rest. Nobody should breathe. Nobody should have a life. That everything about you must be violence. And then when people call you up a bunch of uneducated and something, and then you get mad because that's exactly what you are exhibiting.
You say Boakai.
Civilized person or institution will be acting like this all the time when something about them come up. You hold the
main party for all the years.
Talking about peaceful. Is this what you call peaceful?
All the year, you hold the main party. You're gonna lead the party. You're talking about your protest. What? I don't even know the sense in that thing there.
You ask them my property. They tell you, say, I don't want you on my property. And it's not forced for you to stay there. Then I tell you so many times they don't want you there. Pack your, you know what, and get out.
Pack your Satoka.
Why do you think you could be infringing on the person's right? Don't you think that's going against the person's right too?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's wrong? That's against the law. You own somebody's property and they're telling you to leave. You refuse to pay them. They're telling you, say, okay, leave, and then the court orders and everything have come. They tell you to leave, and you don't want to leave. You keep going back and forth. By you going back and forth, the court, what is that going to do when they already told you in the court to leave?
You keep going back and forth. You keep appealing. You keep this. At one point in time, you got AI. I don't even blame. You know, at CDC, I think it's something different, man. God really got. I think God do it in a way that, look, when that whole CDC thing dissolve, I think the country will come to itself. Seriously, because Amy, I don't get it. I really don't get CDC owner. I don't get it. How you want somebody political party say you can't live on the plate?
I don't want to show up. We gotta go in the back. This is madness, and I think the Gregory needs to take a control over this. This nonsense we're just seeing right now, it shouldn't be happening at all in the country. It should not be happening. It's crazy. It's madness.
Then we are men somewhere. Then the people that I say, who then leading the thing?
To do with we are the people that there that are misbehaving.
No. What I mean, he the party head. That's what I mean. If he were really serious, he was going to say something. He was going to kind of country. The point I'm making is that he's not even in the country. He may not even get time. They see Avin Wuse, and these are the people these are the unprepared people. The Avin Wuse, the Akaro Gray.
Besides that, we don't care. We are living his life. We are whatever he wanted, he got it. They're the ones still thinking that they want to come and pack their horse again and something, and it's not happening. This is madness, and the police need to take a siege of this. This nonsense is upsetting, and I don't want to use words on here for me to something intimate. It's really, really wrong.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Be seeing that kind of nonsense. And be saying the whole day CDC. When the police handle they want any food in tomorrow, then you'll see that lying, smoking, drug-looking leader that will come be sitting on platform and talking about they were peaceful. These nonsense and we see not peaceful. You harming other people. Those people that are in their cars driving and they're throwing stones at them, those aren't police. And you're not even supposed to be doing that to police. But even if that the police is trying, those aren't police, those are citizens, citizens like yourselves, going about their business and you're doing stuff like that. And you can harm somebody, hurt somebody. You don't know if they're in the cars with their kids and stuff like that. We can't keep doing the nonsense. Something has to get done with these fools there. They have to get put in a place. This is ridiculous, Morris. But go ahead.
I don't, and that's the problem I get with people that sometimes when people trying to justify that kind of thing, they're giving reason why they think should look. Then you're dealing with CDC. When you're dealing with CDC, you can't deal with CDC behind closed door. No, you gotta come in the public and say, look, tomorrow coming down there. So you expect Greg will come out and just wake up some morning and go send police down there? You know the interpretation? Yeah,
It shouldn't be any interpretation. If that's what they do to other people.
They people harass the country. They harass the country for 12 years in opposition. They harass the country every day. They got in power. They
couldn't do nothing.
They couldn't put nothing. They harassed the country again for another 6 years. Then they left from power again just 2 days ago. Then everybody just sitting and looking at them. Everybody was just sitting and look at them. I saw that other one there on his show. He giving credence to that other having wizard talking part of nonsense. I say, you see the kind of thing. He's supposed to get the kind of man Tony to be talking part of nonsense. Who is having wizard? Who is the Akara Grace? Can't talk about who dare them to come to the headquarters. Are you serious?
Who are you to dare authority? That's the thing that pisses me off. Who the hell do you think you are? Talking about you dare somebody. What will you do when they show up over there tomorrow? In your little city shit that can be finding the food in. That finish stealing and leave you hungry. That y'all will be getting hurt tomorrow if y'all go there and start doing stupid stuff like that because the police will deal with y'all. Nobody above the law. If the police have that order from a court to do that, that is their job. They had it's not putting any food, extra money in their pocket to do anything like that. That is their job. If they can do it with other people, they will do it with the CDC. The CDC is no body above the law or anything like that. So y'all let you smoking, grading, and wetting, thugs then go put you in the street and say, I'm going to go disturb tomorrow, and y'all follow them to go there and see what happens. They don't have that children in there when they're doing no nonsense then to go there. They don't have that family in there. They're using y'all. And y'all think they care about y'all? Y'all go. Y'all meet or something. But this is the government. A government is this country is a country of law and all. It have to be.
But I just left. I your co-host just left. I can't believe you. Somebody bring you something for me. I said, I your co-host just left you like that.
That's too rare for you. So I got you. They need to know we're about to close. They need to rather do something, and they will do, and they will not get away with that nonsense tomorrow if they try it. So, and if Gregory let him get away with it, I would be so upset with him because then you are giving these people more rope to be acting like mad dogs then around here with something, and that is very upsetting. It's upsetting. Go ahead, Morris, to your closing. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I mean, just quick, like on the two things. Look, the government is there to protect its citizens. We should stop the justification, the other one, why the government doing this. The government, look, everywhere in the world, government come with regulations. When they see that what is right, what is not right, they will come up, they will put a guideline. They will come up with it. The government, Liberia is not the only country that bans seizure. There are a lot of countries around. If you're not correct for the citizens, they will come up with that regulation. For people to even say, oh, why they can't ban alcohol? If they ban alcohol, the people will be there, but why they can't ban seizure? When they ban seizure, the people will say, why they can't ban the other one? That's why you have government in place. I don't get it. Seriously, I don't understand Liberia. What we really want? We say the whole country corrupt. When they jump at one corrupt officer, everybody will come, oh, that now you want. Why you're not doing it yesterday? What happened that the only person? What do we really want as a country? And sometimes you see even the people in the diaspora. What do we want as a country? The country bleeding. All of us just holding on one side, the other person. What do we really want? When we say we really need prayer for the country. When the president are not prayer day, that prayer will eat. What do we really want as a country?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, what do we want? And just to end it up, that what can happen if it lead? Sometimes some leader they come in with that mindset. Say, man, I coming down there like brown people. I'm coming to kill myself. I just coming down there and get what I want to get because at the end of the day, not for nothing. You live on there, they will send people defend you. Or when a good person come there, at the end of the day, they'll just get frustrated too. They get frustrated, they just lay back now. Maybe that what happened to Madam Sally. When she came her first time, she was there. Her second time, she just said, you know what? I'm coming here, my whole people. Let them do what they want to do. So, what do we really want as a country? I listened to Kanye Baba. I say, what kind of country? 50% of the people praying for the country, for the government to fail. 50% on the other side praying for the government to succeed. What kind of country is that? And the country not even nowhere. It's just sad, man. Seriously, it's so sometimes you just want to forget about the whole LeBron thing and just find something to think on, man. But I mean, it was a good show, like I said. Better late than never. We'll
Thank
come
you,
in
Morris.
every time we had the time, even at 5 minutes, we'll come in and say what we have to say, you know,
Thank you,
and what
Morris.
we know. Yeah.
I think the government they're doing what they can do to combat this whole drugs thing. Well, the little that they have to their and anything that will help them out, I think is the good thing. Where this is not alcohol that when you think you just get drunk, you get up and something and you done. Is the things that are in these things is bad for you, it's bad for your system. So yeah, they have to ban it. If that's what they have to do, they have to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. And the whole CDC thing, I hope Gregory, before I get up from my bed, maybe before we get up over here, it's all over and done. I hope he will really get his men in place and put this nonsense under control with the whole CDC craziness and bullcrap and nonsense, because they said that they will be disturbing. They will make the country ungovernable. This is the nonsense they are doing. And you, as a government, you need to put your foot down. There is authority in the country. There has to be law and order. You can't have certain group of people be acting like terrorists and thugs and stuff when they want to and they get away with it. No, we can't have that. We can't have that in the country. They need to put us into this nonsense. They need to take care of it tomorrow. Go down there if that's what the order says. You go down there and do when it's trial, whatever that is mad. Because if you coming at a policeman with things to harm them and something, anything that come after it, that's something for you, you will get it. You're not peaceful, and nobody will come on these platforms to come preach the peaceful nonsense for others to sit and allow it. Okay, nobody. Well, why are we talking about police brutality? And you think we'll sit here and be thinking it would be allowing police or be advocating for people to go be being a threat to police, and they should sit there and having their life threatened, and they should sit there and not do anything because they are citizen, they got human rights. The police not human too to have rights. Yeah, man. That's all. That's it for the night. I'm just so upset when I see those things happening. They can just piss me off to the core. I said, what's all the bad things the boy can say, but y'all proving it every day. So I don't know why you can get mad when the people say it. Why you get mad when you acting like a lunatic every day in the street, acting like it every time something happening, you showing yourself. Then when they say a bunch of unsophisticated country and something, thugs and stuff, then they get mad. Say why?
Yeah, what kind of nonsense is that? They may even offer to sell a party at one point in time. They may even frustrated. They may decide, you know what, you just take it, you just buy it. They argue among themselves. We have one buy it, pulling his son in. The other party people say no. What else the man will do? It are yourself. I mean, that means I will never sell that party. I will never sell it to them.
I don't think he wants to sell it anymore, and that's what.
It's just seriously.
By force, they might have the main property. No, that's not your party property. Now it's not for any of you. If they will not say they don't want to sell it, get your butt out of the people's fence and go and stop acting like you want to ban G. Then nobody will come. The police will come. They will go there tomorrow and do what you think you can do and see what happens to you. But thank you, Morris. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
All right, man. That was a good one, man. Okay, sure.
Thank you so much.
You coming on tonight or Monday, right?
Tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you.
We thank you so much for being as well. Continue to share the show, please. And God's willing, we will see you tomorrow.